Hey everyone, it is Alicia Cooper Wells. I haven't done a live in a little minute. And I thought I would do one driving home today. It's been a real chill day. A catch-up day for me. Loans to catch up on, conversations to catch up on, because I've been living a dream, living a movie. If you've been following my page, I've been outdoors. I like to say outdoors because outside does have like this negative connotation. But I wanted to come on live to just give you guys an update on what's going on when it comes to mortgage rates. Those of you who want to get in the game and may have felt like you missed a window, it may be the time for you now and have that quick conversation on what you can do. Have some expensive money left, that the rates don't just drop. They don't just like plummet when it comes to mortgage rates. But where you may see your rates drop a little, they usually have two pieces connected to the rate. The rate, the prime rate, which is the Fed rate, plus whatever the bank has on top. So if you have like an American Express credit card, it'll say you may pay, let's say 3.99 over the Fed rate. And then up to 33% if you make late payments and things like that. So for those of you who haven't made late payments, who are still, the interest rate is directly connected to the Federal Reserve rate, you should notice that there will be a lower interest rate on your on your credit card statements upcoming. This should help you save some money. Now, full transparency, during COVID, the Fed rate was 0. So it's still more expensive to borrow money than it was during COVID. But we're also seeing some things that we didn't see before. When it comes to homes, homes are really sitting on the market longer. I've seen prices on houses be slashed 10,000, 25,000 below than where they were previously. So for those of you who have been on the sideline, not in the game because maybe you couldn't find something in your price point, this may be a good time to get back in the game and start looking, because interest rates are lower. And then depending on what type of financial institution you are getting your money from, that can make a difference as well. So going to a big bank, they may have really good rates, but they usually have really good rates for one particular audience, right? If you have ever bought a car before, it'll say for their highly qualified, right, or well qualified. So that means you have a high credit score. Usually you may have a high money. You may have money with that bank or institution, higher balances. You may be putting more money down. These are all things that can make a difference on the interest rate that you may receive when it comes to buying a house or getting a car. So with that being said, if you've been on the sideline and you want to get in the game, I'm telling you, now may be a good time. And also looking into credit unions. So if you have not heard, I have recently joined a credit union, and the rates there for their clients, for their members is really, really good. Now they may have really good rates, but they aren't always as lenient as it was when I was with an independent broker. So again, all things being, comparing apples to apples, it's going to make a difference what the cost of the money is going to be based on where you're going to get it. And if you need assistance trying to figure out what's the best place you should go to based on your financial picture, reach out to your girl. I'm here. That's what I do. And I love it. And if you don't ask me, I'm still going to bring you the information. So I just want you guys to know, what we're seeing is a lot of predictable patterns. And with that, I want you to have confidence in your purchases, that, what steps you're making, the outcome. You're going to land on your feet. Now, it doesn't always feel like it happens as quickly as it should, but you're going to land on your feet. You're going to live, okay? But what can you do? and you're going to hate that I say it, it all starts with that credit picture. You know, if you want somebody to lend you money, they want to know how well have you been paying back other people that you borrowed money from before. So I just wanted to share that with you because I've been getting more, I've gotten a few messages, but I've seen more and more things pop up on my feed in regards to the Federal Reserve dropping rates. Now, if I can be a little cynical with you here and help you understand why they're doing that, it does mean that the economy is getting worse. You know, they were waiting for the disposable income to get sucked up. So you guys that thought you had all this money, it just seems like it's going. It's because the inflation is actually eating that disposable income up to kind of balance out the market back to where we were before. And to me, you know, I do believe that's kind of like a middle class trap, because when I was poor, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't feel it, because when I was on welfare, what would they do in these markets? They would increase my welfare. They would increase how much I would get in food stamps. So if you are in that middle class place, it can be really difficult to get out of the trap, because you're not making more money per hour. Unemployment rates tend to be lower or higher. More people have started collecting unemployment again or have not had a job. And these are things why now the Federal Reserve says, hey, we can step in, we can start reducing the interest rates, because the Americans are not doing as well as they were. So they're not waiting for you not to do well. They actually are waiting for you to do poor, and fall into those traps. The thing is called the misery index. They named it. And you may or may not have heard that phrase before, but look it up. The misery index. Yep, that's what it's called. And that is an indicator on how well the market is doing, how well people are making their payments, how well people aren't making their payments. And by this happening, they're like, hey, we now need to step in. We need to reduce the Federal Reserve rate so that it can be cheaper or less expensive for banks to borrow money, so that they can pass that on to their clients or members and give them lower interest rates. Now, being with a credit union, one of the things, because they don't work as a for-profit, they work as a not-for-profit, which is different than a non-profit. But a not-for-profit is, as they do turn a profit, they give those funds back to their members in different ways that a board may decide, which could be having lower interest rates, removing fees, like charging for credit or debit cards to be printed. So there's a lot of things out there that you may not be aware of, and this is why it's important to sit down or hold a conversation with someone that can help you put together a financial picture. Because there's ways to save money that don't always come in direct correlation with just saving money in your bank account. It could be saving money in fees. And to me, saving money on fees and interest can be very important for the long-term gain. Now, when you're buying real estate, if you want something that, if you're buying it and it can go up in value, it can appreciate, right? This is what makes real estate usually a really good choice, no matter what the rates are, because you have both you making a payment and the appreciation happening at the same time. And I'm using some economic words here, but what I want you to know is get off the sideline. Get off the sideline. This is like a little bit of a relief in the market. It is time to get back in the game if you've been waiting. Do I think rates will go lower? They probably will. Now, if I was always right, I probably wouldn't be here with you guys, right? I'd be sipping margaritas somewhere. But what I do know for certain is that as the rates do get better and these predictable things tend to happen, the cost of items may go back up. Remember, I told you I was seeing house prices being marked down, $10,000, $25,000. They're just going to eat that back up with the cost of the house. So this is like a great window right now. The things have been marked down a little bit and the rates have come down a little bit. Get in the game. And so many people miss the sweet spot. So many people miss opportunity. They get stuck. They overthink it in their head. And if you are that person like, man, I always miss out. I always wait too late. It's always, I get in the game after everybody else has won. Man, it looks like everybody else is winning around me. It's because they make the move now. They don't wait for everybody to make the move at once. When everybody can see it, it is too late. So I'm trying to put y'all on game right now. This is a good time in the market. Okay? This is it. Not saying it won't happen again, but if you've been waiting for that sweet spot, listen, we all know rates go down around election time, right? We've all heard that conversation. So if you think you're going to wait till the next cut, listen, home prices will be back up. So they were nervous. The rates didn't fall as quickly as they thought, or they didn't fall for actually as much as they thought. So home prices had come down some, particularly in markets like Georgia. So if you are on the sideline waiting to buy a house, get in the game, I'm telling you, now it's a sweet spot. Don't wait. You got to give yourself some time to get pre-approved. Okay, you got to give yourself some time if you're buying it for a house that you want to live in or your home sweet home. So that's what's going on with the Federal Reserve. I gave you guys a few terms, but the term I want you guys to look up is called the Misery Index. M-I-S-E-R index. M-E-S-E-R-Y index. I want you to look that up because, again, this stuff becomes very predictable. I'm not psychic. And again, I ain't always right, but I'm doing pretty good for myself, I have to say, from a single mom living in the projects to owning real estate, owning companies, and owning the bank. I'm saying, I may know a little something. I might just know a little something. I'm trying to put y'all on game. So yeah, chill day. If you've been watching my stories, you know I have been living the dream. Been out at Liberty National Golf Course because of Eastside Golf. Shout out to Eastside Golf for really making sure that the game of golf is everybody's game. And I have to say, golf has definitely afforded me a lot of opportunities. You know, you hear the conversation about, hey, you got to create your own table. You got to be the table. But I'm telling you, golf has gotten me in the room where I can be the table or create a table or even join their table because we got something in common. It's not always about just business. This gave us somewhere to build a relationship. And golf did that for me. So I got an event coming up, Ladies on the Driving Range, where, yes, we learn about how to hit the ball, but we also learn a little bit of sales skills on how to have that conversation when you're out on the course. When you have somebody's undivided attention for 4 to 5 hours, how do you hold the conversation that long? How do you not just throw up with your idea on them and lose their attention? So if you want, go to ladiesatthedrivingrange.com. Check out that event. October 8th, Tuesday. We also have another walkthrough coming up. You want to see how to finance investment properties, the getaccesstour.com Chester edition. I got coming up later this month, why PNC Bank closed my account after 24 years. Again, I'm trying to tell y'all, if some things happen in the market, you want to be up on game. Don't wait. That one's completely for free. But yeah, that's what I got going on in my world. Today is a chill day. I picked up Madison from school, so it's always nice to get to bond with her. You know, she gives me all the middle school tea. So to all my parents out there with middle schoolers, you know that the tea is like out of this world sometimes. So I'm going to enjoy being a mom. I got some housekeeping to do myself. Got to wash some clothes. And my husband will be home soon, so got some things that I gotta do. But I wanted to share that with you guys on what's going on with the Federal Reserve, with the rates being cut, why you need to get off the sideline, why you should get in the game. And if you're overthinking some things, I've been thinking about doing an unstuck board break. Yeah, you guys know I'm a mindset coach, firewalk instructor, but you know, I usually save that for the new year. Let me know, DM me if you guys are interested or in the area. If you're in the tri-state area, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Been thinking about putting that together. All right. Thanks for joining. I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget, reach out to me. I want to help you get across the finish line. Make your dreams a reality. Bye.